Picture yourself 5 years from now. You wake up in the morning without an alarm clock, no rush to get ready for work, no long commute. Instead, you're sipping coffee on your porch, planning a trip, maybe deciding whether to spend the afternoon golfing, hiking, or just enjoying your time with family. That's financial freedom. That's early retirement. And it's a lot closer than you think. If you stick with me, I'll show you how a strategy with Tesla stock can potentially turn $500,000 into over $1.5 million within 5 years. Enough to retire comfortably and live life on your terms. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive in. Now, let's start with the big picture. Retirement, at its core, comes down to one simple concept. Can your passive income cover your living expenses? That's the golden question. For some people, that means $50,000 a year. For others, it could mean $100,000 or more, depending on where you live and the lifestyle you want. If you want that income sustainably, without draining your savings, you can use the 4% rule. That rule says you can safely withdraw about 4% of your investment portfolio every year, forever, without running out of money. Do the math, and that means you need about $1.2 million invested to safely pull $50,000 a year. If you want $100,000 a year, you're looking at $2.5 million. So how do you get there? Let's assume you're starting with about $200,000 in personal investments and another $300,000 in your 401k. That's $500,000 total. The challenge is turning that into $1.2 million or more in 5 years. On paper, that sounds like a big leap. But if you look back at the last 5 years, investors who simply put money into SPY or QQQ, the big index funds, could have doubled their money. And some people investing more aggressively reach those goals in less than 2 years. So it's not as far-fetched as it sounds. But here's where it gets interesting. If you use a focused strategy around Tesla, one of the fastest growing and most disruptive companies in the world, you may not just hit that goal, you may surpass it. Let me break it down for you step by step. Step 1 is patience. That's right. Wait. Right now, Tesla stock trades around $430. But your goal isn't to chase it at any price. You want to own it at a comfortable level that sets you up for long-term gains. That comfort zone is around $380 a share or lower. So instead of rushing in, you can play this smart. One way is to simply wait until the price comes down. But another way is to sell a put option. For example, you can sell a put option with a strike price of $380. And if Tesla dips below that, you'll be required to buy 100 shares at $380. In exchange for making that commitment, you collect a premium, basically free money. Depending on the time frame, that premium could easily be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If Tesla doesn't drop, you just keep the premium and repeat the process. If it does drop, you get to buy the shares at your target price anyway. That's a win-win. Now let's say over time you repeat this process and build up a position of around 500 shares of Tesla at an average price of $350. That's your foundation. At that price, your total investment in Tesla is around $175,000. Combine that with your other investments, and now you're positioned to let Tesla do the heavy lifting for you. Step 2 is the easiest step of all. Do nothing. That's right. Simply hold those Tesla shares and wait. Because the real magic happens over the next 5 years as Tesla executes on its growth story. Let's talk about why Tesla stock could realistically hit $2,000 in that time frame. First, Tesla isn't just a car company. It's an artificial intelligence company, a robotics company, and an energy company. Analysts like Cathie Wood have projected long-term price targets in the $2,000 range based on Tesla's potential to dominate autonomous driving and robo-taxi services. Think about it. If Tesla rolls out a fully operational robo-taxi network, the revenue and profit potential is enormous. possibly dwarfing the car business itself. On top of that, there's Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot project. While it may sound like science fiction, the prototypes are already here, and the company is making rapid progress. If Optimus reaches mass production in industries like manufacturing, logistics, and eventually even household assistance, we're talking about another trillion-dollar opportunity layered on top of Tesla's existing businesses. And don't forget Tesla Energy, which is scaling up battery storage deployments at record levels. This isn't hype. It's diversification into industries with virtually unlimited demand. So imagine this. 5 years from now, Tesla stock has climbed to $2,000. If you own 500 shares, that's $1 million in Tesla stock alone. Add in your 401k, which could grow from $300,000 to $500,000 just by compounding in an index fund, and your total portfolio is $1.5 million. That's the number you need to retire comfortably. And here's the beauty of it. With $1.5 million, you can follow the 4% rule and safely withdraw $60,000 a year, every year, without touching your principal. Or, if you want to live a little larger, you could withdraw 6% to 7%, around $100,000 a year, and still maintain plenty of financial security. And remember, once Social Security kicks in, that adds another income stream on top, making the picture even better. Now let's make this practical. What does this retirement actually look like? Maybe you downsize your house, freeing up even more capital. Maybe you relocate to a state with lower living expenses, or even to another country where your money stretches further. You could spend your time traveling whenever you want, trying exotic food, visiting family more often, or simply enjoying the freedom of knowing your time is truly yours. No more corporate grind, no more giving your best hours to a job you don't like. Instead, you're financially free, and you got there in just 5 years. Of course, it all starts with those first steps. Step 1. Build your Tesla position smartly, using patience and put-selling strategies to acquire shares at a good price. Step 2. Hold your shares and let Tesla's innovation compound your wealth. Step 3. Retire early and enjoy life on your own terms. Now I know what some of you are thinking. What if Tesla doesn't hit $2,000? What if it doesn't double, triple, or quadruple in 5 years? That's where diversification comes in. Even if Tesla only climbs to $1,000, your 500 shares are still worth $500,000, plus your other investments and 401k. That's still well over $1 million in total. You may not hit $1.5 million exactly, but you'll be close enough to reach financial independence. And if Tesla does hit $2,000 or beyond, you'll be looking at a retirement lifestyle many people only dream of. The bottom line is this. Early retirement in 5 years is possible, but it requires action today. You need to start by becoming a Tesla shareholder at a fair price and then let time and innovation work in your favor. The strategy isn't complicated. It's not about trading every day or timing the market perfectly. It's about building a position, holding it, and trusting in Tesla's ability to execute on its long-term vision. So picture yourself again 5 years from now. No alarm clock, no boss, no deadlines. Just financial freedom and the ability to spend your days however you choose. That's the payoff for the steps you take today. It's not a dream, it's a strategy, and it can absolutely become your reality. If you found this helpful and you want to learn more about strategies like this, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned. The future is coming fast, and if you position yourself right, you could be financially free in 5 years or less.